Everyone is trying to improve their relationships, but no one is really looking at the one that is running everything underneath. If your relationships feel draining or they feel confusing or repetitive, it's not random. It's coming from how you relate to yourself. And this is the part most people end up skipping, because we talk about communication, we talk about boundaries, attachment styles, but underneath all of that is one thing: your self-relationship. And your self-relationship is not just about mindset or thinking positively. It's about how your head, your heart, and your gut are working together or not. That's your integrated intelligences. You see, your head is your thoughts, the stories you tell yourself, the meaning you give to situations, and your heart is your emotions, what you feel, how you connect, how you respond emotionally. And your gut is your instinct, your internal signal, your sense of knowing, your ability to feel safe or unsafe. Now, this is where it starts to make sense. If your head is overthinking, your heart is overwhelmed, and your gut feels unsettled, you don't feel safe within yourself. And when you don't feel safe within yourself, you start looking for that safety outside of you. You start looking for it in people, in reassurance, in outcomes, in validation, in control. And that's when patterns begin. This is when you overanalyze messages, you replay conversations, you question what you said, you wonder if you did something wrong, you feel anxious, even when nothing is actually happening in the present moment. And then you try to calm it by getting more answers or more clarity, more reassurance. But it doesn't last, because the source is not outside of you. It's within your system. It's within you, because you are not too much, you're not too emotional, you're not too sensitive. It's because your nervous system is not aligned. No one really explains it this way. We are taught to manage our thoughts or suppress our emotions or ignore our instinct. But these three parts are meant to work together. When you don't do that, you feel it. You feel it as tension or anxiety or doubt or overwhelm, even confusion. And then that shows up in how you communicate, how you respond, and how you connect with others. So a healthy self-relationship is not about being perfect. No one's perfect, or having it all together. It's about alignment. It's about understanding what's happening within you and bringing those three parts back into balance. And when your head is clear, your heart is open, and your gut is steady, everything shifts. You stop chasing for clarity because you become clear. You stop needing constant reassurance because you trust your own response. And you stop reacting from fear because you are grounded in yourself. And this is where people notice the biggest change, not because their life suddenly becomes quiet or perfect, but because they are no longer thrown by everything around them. Peace is not the absence of noise. It's the ability to stay centered within it. So even if something happens, even if there is uncertainty, even if there is a difficult conversation, you are not pulled into overthinking or emotional overwhelm in the same way. You are able to pause, you're able to process and respond rather than react. And that's what changes your relationships, because when you change how you show up, everything around you starts to respond differently. You communicate differently, you listen differently, you set boundaries more naturally. And you are not doing it from fear or control, you're actually doing it from clarity. And that's what creates healthier connections. So if you are someone who feels like you are constantly thinking, constantly analysing, and constantly trying to understand what's going on in your relationships, I want you to turn to the TEDx channel, go to my TEDx talk, and I will explain what to do. And I want you to also pause for a moment and bring yourself back to yourself right now in this moment. I want you to tell yourself, be clear. What is it that you're thinking? What is it that you're feeling? And what actions are you going to take to change those things within yourself? Does it feel settled? Because those answers will tell you far more than anything happening outside of you. This is the work, not trying to control everything around you, but learning how to understand and regulate what is happening within you. Because the relationship you have with yourself is the one you take into every room, every conversation, and every connection. And once that shifts, everything else begins to shift with it. So if you want to go deeper into this and understand how to work with your thoughts, your emotions, and behaviors in a practical way, that's exactly what I break down in my book, Fix Me. It's linked below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video.